Yes, we started drywall, finally. Working out the kinks. This was a small room, very tight. Didn't video anything. Just wanted to get on a roll and get this over with the I'll show you later today, doing the bedroom out here, that we have a lift that'll lift the drywall in place. But in this tight room, it was so tight, getting everything set, that it took a while to work out the kinks and stuff. But anyways, the bathroom is done. That spot is the shower. As you can see, the shower pan there, and that gets a different type of backing for waterproof and putting tile in the shower and stuff. So, but we're all set and ready to go with that when the time comes. But right now we got the whole ceiling cut out for the ceiling fan there and the heater. So I'm going to start on this bedroom right now. Shannon's got to go out of town for a couple of days and I'll be on my own. So I'm going to try to tackle this room by myself. So we'll get after it. All right, guys. Day, I guess 3, possibly the second day of really drywalling, and did one sheet up on the ceiling by myself, but it was pretty tough. So I transferred to the closet and I got the ceiling in the closet done. And I'm working my way around. So started at this wall right here, came around here, got this wall in, got these cutouts done, and I work tomorrow, so Friday I'll come back, finish out the closet, and at least can, now that the ceiling is up here, I can do this wall. Usually you want to do your wall after your ceiling, because the wall just aids in keeping that part of the ceiling up and just gives it a little bit more support being up under there and stuff. So that's usually the rule of thumb, at least how I was taught and stuff. So boys are here with me. Come on, boys, you want to eat? Let's go eat. Come on. It's dinner time, so I gotta go feed them, but I'll be back at it. All right, morning, guys. Another sunny, cold morning, and fall is quickly coming upon us here. I don't see any yellow in the aspen yet, but it's probably not too far off. Yesterday there was a good frost. It was 30 degrees when I got in my car to go to work. Today I'm back at it, drywalling, and as you can see, I'm about halfway around the closet, and I'll finish that up hopefully this morning and get into this bedroom this afternoon. And it is going easier, getting the swing of it. I've done drywall before, but not in years, so it's slowly coming back, and it is easier when you're in a bigger room and bigger space. It's easier to maneuver these pieces around, so we're gonna get after it. And I don't show much of it because it's pretty boring. It's like watching paint dry, watching somebody hang drywall. But maybe if there's a couple of things I can show you, I'll put it on the video and we'll show it. But right now, all right, guys, that's a 10-foot sheet. Just got up onto our lift here, and then you wheel that up, and the wheels here help move it into place. And I got one sheet up. Now I'm doing my second sheet. A little more complicated, but I cut it better, so this should be a little bit easier to get up there. I was pretty tight on that first sheet. So I already made my mark where that light is going to be cut out. So I should get that once I get it up there. But the way I got it up there is, if anyone knows me, I don't have much shoulder strength due to rotator cuff injuries and other injuries on my shoulders. But these things Shannon got, and you just hammer them on a stud and they're like just a little catch. So I was able to lift that sheet up to there. Then this thing actually bends down like that, and these things you put out, these springs, and they hold the sheet on there. So what I was able to do is just, once I got this sheet up onto these two things, I threw a screw and a stud up there to hold it, then brought this over, locked it into place, and just reached over and brought the sheet onto those. And once you put the sheet onto here, it tips nicely flat and you're ready to go. So I'm going to lift it up to the ceiling now. All right, guys, second sheet is up. Still screwing it, but it fit in pretty good. Nice seam there. Cut out my light. I made one mistake, hit that beam, and that thing, it's this little zip tool that we have. It's got a little drill bit that cuts on it, and I hit a little block that is going across there that holds that light box on there. And when I hit it, it just sent that thing kind of flying out. So see that piece right on the corner there? Had to fit that back in. But when I mudded and everything, you won't even tell. But everything looks pretty good with the second piece. Went up way more easier. So I'm just going to finish screwing a couple more screws, and then you can take this down. I just don't trust ceilings until I get a ton of screws in. In the wall, usually you can get away with one or two screws, or one or two screws. Let me check myself. At least three to five screws in there, and that thing usually will stay up there, and you can make your lines and do whatever you have to get the rest of the screws in. So. All right, guys, we're at it again. Finishing up some screws in the bedroom, and then we're heading out down the hallway today. All right, guys, getting part of the hallway done. Shannon had to do some errands and stuff this morning, so I was on my own. But when she gets back, we're going to work on these doorways here. We got to do on the inside of the bedroom, and then the outside of the bedroom, then the outside of these two rooms on that wall, and we're good. And then we're going to move out to this wall. So probably set up a camera and show you how we're using the yellow lift that we have here, and how that works, going up to the wall and just putting a whole sheet up there and screwing it down. So I'll probably set up the camera when we get to that. Hopefully it'll be this afternoon. guys, as we showed yesterday, got that TV wall done, and then this morning we did a little bit of cleanup. It was late last night before we stopped, and so we just kind of quit and shut the doors. So a little bit of cleanup this morning, and then we did the front of this pantry. I got a couple little things to do in the hallway, but I'm gonna end this video here. We're gonna move up to the loft in the afternoon and do some drywall up there. Remember, this ceiling up above me gets not only that insulation that's up there already, but 1.5 inches of rigid foam board, and then I'm gonna put some 1-bys across, and we'll start our tongue and groove over that. So that ceiling, just for the insulation value, I wanted to add a little bit of rigid foam on top of that R21, and that should bring it a little over R30 for the ceiling. Getting up to, it's a little over R30 it should be, with the rigid foam up there and stuff. So but that will show on the next video, our starting our drywall. And the reason I mentioned about the ceiling is we don't have to do the ceiling first before doing those walls, because it's a different type of ceiling. I'm coming down with some insulation and some tongue and groove, and actually the drywall should be up on the walls first on that. So the lower ceilings, you always want to do the ceiling first, as I told you earlier in the video. So yeah, everything's starting to, it's closing in, but it actually looks really good. We like how that hallway's turning out. There's couple doorways, 3 doorways, pantry, bathroom, and bedroom down there. So and then the loft above, and of course the pantry room and the TV wall right here. So that'll look good when we get this living room finished. Can be sitting in our easy boy chairs looking out that window and watching a big screen TV. I know I say I can't wait for that day, but it's still a little ways off, so don't want to think about it yet. But give me a thumbs up, like what you've seen, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.